I think there's something wrong with me. It's like no matter how hard I try, I just don't seem to fit. Like, anywhere. And I felt this feeling my entire life. A feeling of not belonging, an outsider. Which is strange because, well, I have a lot of support and I'm not socially awkward or anything. I'm just non-conforming.
My brain is quite literally ate the fuck up, 100%. And to be honest with you, I don't really even know how to categorize what I'm feeling. Like, I can't, if someone asked me, like, what's wrong? Like, I wouldn't be able to tell you what is genuinely wrong with me at this time. I just know I feel fucking off. Everything about me feels off. I feel out of whack. So I'm gonna go sit under a tree and ponder. Maybe, just maybe, I'll feel a little better. I think I will, personally. I think I will feel a lot better than what I'm feeling right now. Maybe if I can just feel a little sunshine on my face, I think that'll like kind of restore me a little bit. I'm hoping it does. At this point, I think I'm just gaslighting myself into feeling better.
I mean, they're pretty nice trees. I do feel a little bit better. I just feel like what I feel, no one else seems to feel it. But I mean, like, why would they if I'm me and they're a completely different person than me? Or maybe, like, I just feel like people don't really talk about what they're going through a whole lot. I mean, they kind of just keep it inside, which is fine, I guess, maybe. But I'm just the type of person that, like, my emotions are so heavy and my body is so little. So I kind of have to share what I'm going through. Because if not, I feel like maybe I'll just, like, explode one day. And not like, oh, I'm angry, I'm going to explode. Like, I physically might combust. Like, I just want to, like, get to a point where I can, like, be as transparent as possible with myself and with others in hopes that, like, it might heal me too. And along the way, heal others. But at the same time, it's hard. At the same time, it's really, really hard to really express what I'm going through because being vulnerable is really scary. My mom says as a child I was attentive and I like to put pieces together. So I enjoyed puzzles and I love to color. The 5 human senses: taste, touch, smell, hearing, and sight. Well, mine's always seem to be more heightened than normal. It's like my eyes are able to see the size, form, color, and location of things more intensely, I believe. I'm starting to see it as a gift. How beautiful is it for our brains to help us understand and perceive the world in such a way? The world is made up of so much to see, and there's something so magical and divine about how everything just has a purpose and a home. To me, this world is a place where we come to live out all of our dreams, our fairy tales, and fantasies. Love is all there is. How beautiful. Ah! Time moved slower when we were younger because we were in the present moment. We were just outside and we weren't really thinking too much. It's still like that. It really is still like that, y'all. The guy over here lawn mowing, like, it feels like it's 2008 summer at 3 p.m. And I'm just like outside with, the neighborhood kids and we're just playing. Like, that's what it feels like right now. Like, that's exactly what it feels like. It's still here. Like, the past is still here. I just really wish I had like a little juice box and like a Lunchable or those like Scooby-Doo snacks, the blue ones. Oh my gosh, they were so good. Some water balloons.
God spoke to me today, and we came to a conclusion. He'll use me as a vessel, and I'll receive unconditional and everlasting love for all of eternity. He told me to not worry and that he would guide me, that he would lead me beside still waters and over mountains, but I must follow the signs and synchronicities. And I must make wise decisions. After 3 days of fasting, it became clear what I was being called to do. It was time to make a move, to take a leap of faith, to leave everything behind, to explore the world he had given us. He told me that each place I explored, there would be a piece of me waiting there, and once I put them all together, to share with others.
Sometimes I just feel so crazy for having such a deep connection with God and hearing God's voice so clearly. The way I perceive God and the way I interpret God is different from others, you know? And I just don't think that we know God the way that we should know God. There's just this indescribable feeling of knowing the true embodiment of what God is in its entirety. That's just something that could be such a struggle in today's world, in today's society. I just know that when I hear God's voice, I can just hear him speaking to me and him telling me that it's okay and it's always going to be okay. There's nothing wrong. Everything is always going to be okay, now and forevermore. We're all God's children. That's all we are, is his kids. This world, we take it so seriously. I know what he means to not be of this world, to not be so attached to this world, because in the end, we all go back home to God. There is no judgment. There is no hell. There's just heaven, and that's all there is. This place here on earth is a playground, and all God wants us to do is play, to come here, to live out everything that we want to live out, because we are made in God's image. So God is living through us to experience, to use every part of our being, to feel all of his creations, which is just so beautiful, you know? And I think that we tend to make life so complicated when it's not. If you have problems, know that they can be fixed through God and through acceptance. You have to believe in something. You have to believe in something other than yourself. It doesn't matter if it's Buddha, it's Jesus Christ. Doesn't matter if you read the Torah, the Quran, the Holy Bible. It doesn't matter, because all of these, it's all the same. You have to have some sort of guidance system, you know, something to guide you, something to lead you. You can't do it all on your own. It's like having a map when you're lost. Having something to get you back on track when you don't know the way out, the way through. Through these moments of stillness and trials and tribulations, I'm able to see clearly what it is that God wants me to do.
Love knows no boundaries, and I think I'm finally coming to terms with this. I think this is what it means to be human.
to feel it all and to experience it all. The beauty, the pain, the joy, and the hate. And the more you resist, the more they'll persist. So, no more locked doors. I'm choosing to remain open.
I want to be constantly like good. I want to be a good person. I want to love because I am a lover. I want to love so deeply all the time, you know? I want love to be my first emotion, you know what I mean? My first and only emotion. Sometimes I just feel like that's not the way. Like, love is not going to get me out of certain situations, you know? I think about like biblical times, and I think about, you know, other eras in time where if, you know, our ancestors or if certain people didn't get up to fight for shit, then a lot of shit wouldn't have got solved or, you know, resolved. I think about that a lot. Like, love isn't going to lead us or lead me out of some tough battles. Like, I'm going to have to fight. And I don't mean fight like physically. I mean fight like spiritually and mentally. And I can't be so, like meek or humble at times. Like, sometimes I got to raise my voice. Sometimes I have to speak up and say, like, bro, like, I'm not fucking with this. It's okay to feel all of these emotions that may be in a negative light. There's many parts of myself that I just can't get back or recover. I'm not always going to be so love and light and happy and joyful. I'm going to have these darker emotions and darker aspects of myself. But isn't that what being human is all about?